Let's talk about identity theft. Increasingly, fraudsters are constantly trying to steal my identity. So in this video, what I'm going to talk to you about is what I tell my clients that they should do and what are the things that I'm doing to protect my identity from being stolen by fraudsters. So let's talk a little bit about statistics first. In the United States last year, the FTC reported that about 44% of identity theft was actually credit card identity theft. And what credit card fraud is essentially is somebody stealing your credit card number. In many cases, it happens at a restaurant or an establishment. Maybe you're rude to the waiter, maybe they don't like you, and then they kind of take your credit card, go behind closed doors and write down the credit card number and go on an Amazon.com shopping spree later. Let's talk about easy things that you could do today to protect yourself against this one. First thing that you can do is don't be rude to people that you're going to give your credit card to. I know that this seems super intuitive, but if you're going to hand somebody your credit card, maybe you shouldn't tell them about how their service was terrible. Maybe you can just tell them that after you've paid and said, hey, I'd love to give you some constructive feedback. Here's what I didn't like about my service. Another great way to do that is to actually use a new credit card. I love my new Robinhood credit card. It's fantastic. So this is it right here. Okay, this is the Robinhood Gold Card. The reason why I love showing it to you here is because if you notice, you can't steal my identity from looking at this card. This card does not have a number on it. Isn't that awesome? Second type of identity theft, it's where somebody steals your tax return. So imagine you are gathering all of your documents, getting ready to file your tax return, and then a fraudster gets in line ahead of you and files a fraudulent tax return, stealing your refund. Then you only learn about it when you try to file your tax return and you figure out, oh wait, the IRS is telling me this has already been filed. Then you have to go through the rigmarole process of saying, no, that was a fraudulent tax return. Here's my actual tax return. If any of you have had this happen to you, it's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. But there's a really quick and easy way to protect yourself against this type of identity theft. There's something out there called an IP PIN. So if you've ever been a victim of identity theft, you can now call the IRS and you can tell them simply, hey, I would like to have an IP PIN when I file my taxes. This is a new number that they issue to you every single year when you're filing your taxes. And just like your social security number, you would need to put this number on your tax return, and then the IRS knows that it's you filing that tax. Number 3, and this is probably the worst form of identity theft. This is the type of identity theft that kind of like you see in the movies, or maybe people talk about when they say it ruined their entire lives. But this is where a fraudster essentially completely steals your identity. They've got your name, birth date, social security number. They go out there and they remortgage your house without you knowing it. They get a new credit card that they open. And now all of a sudden you get this bill in the mail for $10,000 and you're like, I don't even know this credit card. They might try to refinance an asset of yours like a car or a boat. Somebody is essentially impersonating you and actively trying to steal your money. Now, these are really hard to protect against, but there is one thing you can do that I'm about to tell you that will absolutely diminish the risk of this. And that is doing a credit freeze on all of your credit reports. What is a credit freeze? I want you to think of your credit report as like a house. Most of us have the front door to our house completely open, letting anybody walk in and look around. Would you ever do that in real life? Probably not. So just like you close and lock your door, you should do a credit freeze. This involves going on the Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian websites and essentially saying, I would like to request a freeze. These are free things you can do. You can say, I'd like my door locked so that anytime somebody wants to look at my credit, I have to unlock it for them to be able to get in. Wouldn't that be awesome? Now all of a sudden somebody is trying to impersonate you, steal your identity. Oh, they can't get a loan because you couldn't run a credit report. It's a super smart, super simple, and super easy thing that you can do to protect yourself against the worst form of identity theft. So there you have it. The 3 things that you can do, all free, and things that will make your life so much safer. You don't need credit monitoring. You don't need like a credit reporting service that costs $100, $200 a month. Do not waste money and time on those things. Credit freezes lock the front door. Credit monitoring tell you when you've been robbed. Focus on credit freezes and you'll be better off.